Nomads, it's Jess and Hai of Notes of Nomads.
Hey, as you can see, we're experiencing some technical issues with the audio in this video. So rather than not show you our interesting climb up Hachijo Fuji, we've decided to narrate this whole video.
Okay, so to give you a little bit of context about where we are, we're currently on Hachijou-jima, which is one of Tokyo's 11 islands. And today we're planning on climbing to the top of a volcano by the name of Hachijo Fuji, which is one of the most popular attractions on the island. Right at this moment we're at a dairy farm, which is about halfway up that volcano. So we're going to start our hike here, but first of all we wanted to have a quick look at the view from the farm.
And what a view it was, as you can see from this clip here. You can see right down to the airport and downtown Hachijou-jima.
Then it was time to get started on our climb. You can see the rain's getting a little bit heavier. That's our target up there, the top of Hachijo Fuji.
But just before we did, I wanted to check, see whether that we could get some of the island's famous soft serve ice cream. But as you can tell, things were closed up.
Yep, the freezer was empty. So alas, we had to start without our soft cream. Here we're just entering the entrance to the trail. From this point, it's about a 50-minute walk up to the top of the crater.
And here is our expert guide who explained a lot of the flora and fauna that can be found up on the mountain itself. One interesting fact that she did mention was the island's use of hydrangea leaves as toilet paper, which was very interesting indeed.
That was an interesting point.
One important point that the guide mentioned was how folks had to differentiate between the rough and the smooth hydrangea leaves, but when I went to feel the leaves themselves, I wasn't exactly sure which one was which.
In between our short stops, during which we listened to some interesting stories from the guide, we continued along the trail. As you can see here, there were steps, which made the hike relatively easy.
And as we neared the summit, the path narrowed, fog rolled in, and the rain started getting a lot heavier, reducing the visibility to within a couple of meters.
And this is the sign for the crater, so if you are climbing it yourself, just follow those signs.
And here, despite the heavy fog, the climb along the ridge of the crater was still very beautiful.
You can see here that we can actually see the farm that we were at just before. He has Hai in his sportswear.
And as if on cue, the clouds cleared, revealing the whole crater below. And this was one of the more amusing points in the climb, where Jess was adamant that the Hachijo-jima that the mountain that we climbed was 8,543 meters above sea level, which would make it somewhere along the lines of Everest.
What I didn't see was the little point in between that meant it was actually 854.3. Yeah.
Right.
So not quite Everest
levels.
levels.
No, we're not that fit yet to have done a climb that high in 50 minutes.
No. But here we are at the summit, where you can find this small landmark. This is the highest point on Hachijo-jima, and interestingly, it's also the highest point in the entire Izu Island chain.
By this time, the clouds have rolled right back in, obscuring everything around us, including the crater behind us.
It does rain quite a lot on Hachijo-jima, so if you are planning on coming, and especially if you're planning on doing this hike, we recommend bringing some wet weather gear and some decent walking shoes that you don't mind getting a little muddy.
Regardless of what the weather is doing, we totally recommend making the climb up onto the mountain, and fingers crossed you get good weather.
Alright Nomads, we'll leave you with some images of some dairy cows, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.